You're watching WSCS News at Noon. Hello, I'm Lyric Dream.
And I'm Imani Giles. Good afternoon to you.
In today's show, we will recap SC State's men's basketball season.
And we will show you an organization in Orangeburg that's helping ladies find prom dresses.
Plus, with mental health becoming a more talked about issue, we're giving you information on how you be more mentally well.
We begin this newscast with a developing story. Rapper turned philanthropist Nipsey Hussle was killed after being shot several times in front of his clothing store in Los Angeles. Information is still coming in. Here's what we do know. On Sunday, Nipsey Hussle, born Ermias Asdom, was standing outside of the Marathon clothing store when young rapper Fly Mac shot him several times. The LA County Sheriff's Department arrested Fly Mac, whose legal name is Eric Holder, 2 days later.
Hussle was known around the country as a philanthropist. He made capital investing in his hometown community. Before his death, he requested a meeting with the entertainment industry to discuss gang violence and how to help local youth. It's unclear right now why Fly Mac shot him. Nipsey Hussle was 33 years old.
As you can imagine, this news has sent shockwaves across the country. Many celebrities and fans have expressed their grief on social media.
We sent WSC reporter Savon Felder on the campus of SC State to get students' reaction of the death of Nipsey Hussle. So Savon, what are students saying?
My name's Savon Felder. I'm here at SC State University in the Plaza. Grammy-nominated rapper Nipsey Hussle was gunned down in front of his store. He was a positive figure in his community and wanted to build up the community around him. The person suspected of his murder, Eric Holder, is currently in custody. I'm here with
Paul Martin
and
DeAndre Floyd.
And guys, how do you feel about the murder of Nipsey Hussle?
Personally, I feel like the murder of Nipsey Hussle is something that has really become like a trend in Black America. Black young men that are positive influences in their community, whether what the things they do is wrong or not, and it's like a cycle almost. If they have money, educated, and are for African American males, I feel like it's almost a conspiracy that people are targeting them to kill them and to basically put disgrace to everything that they put their hard work into.
And how do you feel about him receiving 6 shots total?
6-shot total. Well, I mean, in general, the actual shooting at him is a tragedy. It seems like an act of hatred. For someone to see someone being great and want to do great things towards the community, you will want to support that. But people have that act of jealousy, and I just feel like you said, it's a conspiracy that when people doing great things, they just want to kill them because nobody want to see nothing great from us.
And some people say the shooting was gang related. Do you feel that way?
It's possible that it was gang related. I mean, meaning. Because a lot of times on term gangland, 5 shots to the chest and 1 to the head, that meant it was personal in a way. So yeah, I do feel like it might have been gang related, but then again, it may not have been. It may have been something from someone who was close enough to them that just understood, they had something that I don't have, and probably someone from another side of the world or someone who was higher in power who wanted to see Nipsey fail, paid that man off to, have that taken care of. So.
And how do you feel about it?
What's the question?
About him receiving, was it gang related, excuse me?
It could have been possible. It's high possibilities, but who's to say who it was? It could have been a higher power ordered an assassin just to kill this man solely for a higher purpose, or it could have been it could have been gang related. It could have been somebody that just been hating on him. It is what it is.
Okay, thank you, Paul Martin, and thank you, DeAndre Floyd. I'm Savon Felder, and back to you.
Thanks for the report, Savon. In recent weeks, Orangeburg has a spike in violent crimes. This has resulted in South Carolina State University officials taking more precautious steps in ensuring student safety. Reporter Chanel Taylor tells us more on what the university is doing.
We ramped up our security measures by going to 100% ID check at all our entrance points, so we can be aware who's on our campus at all times.
That's South Carolina State University's Chief of Campus Police, Joseph Nelson. He's discussing how the school is taking precautions after a string of violent incidents have rocked Orangeburg County. Nelson says students should be wary of who they bring on campus.
Although a lot of our students have a healthy understanding of what the student handbook, what our university policy and procedures are. Some of the locals don't. And what we try to convey to our student body is that whenever you invite a local or somebody who is not a student of South Carolina State University, you all are responsible for that individual until he or she leaves our campus.
This brings little comfort to SC State student Carlene Jean.
No, I don't feel safe on my school campus. This is because campus police takes a little longer than usual to respond with my concerns that I have, especially at night. So it kind of just doesn't make me want to call them at all, or I'll just stay in my room.
Chief Nelson is hoping the new security plans will ease students' concerns about safety at SC State.
Implemented the See Something, Say Something initiative. And basically, I know a lot of young people have this mentality where snitches wear stitches, where we want our student body to understand and know, you know what I'm saying, that this is your home away from home. And I like to coin a phrase my pastor would always say: when company comes to your house, always be at home. In other words, I'm not going to allow you to come to my house and do what you want to do and make life difficult for me at my home.
Chanel Taylor reporting.
Democratic presidential candidate Cory Booker has made many stops in the Palmetto State. His latest stop was in Orangeburg, where he participated in a CNN town hall meeting. During the town hall, he answered questions and told the crowd why he's the better candidate.
What I know, even for civil rights legislation, when you had Senate filibusters going on, the way we dealt with that was by organizing more and more people in a powerful coalition, and we're going to do that in the future. This is not a matter of when we make changes, if we make changes, it really is a matter of.
If you haven't seen Booker, you will have another chance to see him. He will be SC State's commencement speaker. Booker is a U.S. Senator and a former mayor of Newark, New Jersey. Graduation is Friday, May 10th at 6 p.m. in the Oliver C. Dawson Stadium on the campus of SC State.
Will it or won't it? That's the question the country is asking. President Trump said he would close the south border. He says there are too many loopholes at the border allowing criminals to come into this country. If there is a border closure, there is no timeline on when it will be enacted.
Well, Chicago has a new mayor after a historic election. Lori Lightfoot becomes the first openly gay person and the first black woman to lead the city. She beat Toni Preckwinkle, also a black woman, in a runoff election on Tuesday. Lightfoot says she wants to support all people moving forward.
Together, we can and will finally put the interest of our people, all of our people, ahead of the interests of a powerful few. Together, we can and will make Chicago a place where your zip code doesn't determine your destiny.
Up next in the broadcast, we will tell you about a local organization making a big impact on Orangeburg areas.
And entrepreneurship is among young people. After the break, we will talk with some young entrepreneurs to find out why they decided to start their own businesses.
Plus, it's campaign season at SC State. We're going on the yard to find out why campaigning is such a big deal.
Those stories and more coming your way after this break. You are watching WSCS News at Noon.
Welcome back. Prom season is underway and some young ladies are still trying to find the perfect prom dress.
A local nonprofit organization in Orangeburg is giving away prom dresses to high school students in need.
WSCS news reporter Tykeenan Jones is joining us in the studio to introduce to us the Cinderella Project.
The Cinderella Project is a nonprofit organization aimed at collecting prom dresses and other accessories for high school students. Organizers want to reduce the amount of money teens and their parents must pay out of their pockets. As I found out, this year's giveaway was the largest outcome in event's history.
The spring season is finally here, which marks the start of prom season. With high school girls across the nation beginning to prepare for their special night, an organization in the Orangeburg area is making it easier for young ladies to find dresses and any other accessories.
It's a project where the community members donate gently used or new prom dresses, shoes, and accessories to the Cinderella Project. We host a boutique where girls are allowed to come and get the dresses and shoes and purses for free of charge as long as they have a high school ID or a schedule is what I accepted this year just to prove that they were actually high school students.
This year's giveaways is held in March. It's the largest. The Cinderella Project helped at least 50 young ladies walk away with a dress. Coordinator Taylor Wise is confident the foundation will continue for years to come.
We were lucky this year because we had donations that came from a boutique in Aiken, and we had over 300 brand new dresses with tags on them donated to the project. So that really helped our success this year because girls were able to find something that was in style, current, and also had tags on it. We're already planning next year's event. It'll be on March 7th of 2020. I will be the coordinator again next year, and we're going to make sure that the schools get the flyers earlier. We're going to make sure that all the schools receive an electronic version of the flyer because social media was the way that most girls received the information this year, so we want to make sure the schools are getting that out electronically.
If you are interested in donating to the Cinderella Project, you can contact Ms. Taylor Wise at 803-533-6252 or via email at towens@scsolicitor.org.
As I said earlier, organizers plan to do this again next year. Reporting from the studio, I'm Tykeenan Jones.
Thanks for the report, Tykeenan. Besides taking classes, several students at SC State are also entrepreneurs. I talked with some of them to see why they are choosing to take on such a demanding task.
There are many Black-owned businesses here at SC State. These students found creative ways to not only make money, but to connect to the community.
We can promote each other. We can lift each other up, let everybody know about our businesses. It's all about support, and we should support each other.
The Black Wall Street Business Expo celebrates and supports Black businesses. It gives students and local entrepreneurs a chance to showcase their goods.
Show me that everyone else cares for Black people business. Well, to support one another.
Gary Robinson is a business consultant here at SC State. I spoke with him about tips on what it takes to keep your business going.
We help people get started with their businesses, and we provide them with consulting advice on how to start, manage, and operate their businesses.
If you need help launching your own business here at SC State, the Career Center has tools and resources available.
We are now turning the page to sports. The SC State men's basketball season was an interesting one to say the least. WSCS news reporter Trenton Montgomery recaps the season for us.
The men's Bulldog basketball team made a strong standing in conference play, but came up short in the conference tournament.
Basketball season, how do you feel about the season so far, man?
You know, I had to sit out last year, so it would be my first year playing Division I basketball at State. You know, it's a good experience. You know what I'm saying? The coaching is good. The environment is good, team, we all get along.
There were a number of close games, however, the Bulldogs came up short.
This is going good, man. We came up short in probably seven of our 11 conference games. We lost by 1 point. So we got a lot to build on, and I don't think nobody in the MEAC want to play us in the MEAC tournament.
Despite the struggles, there were a couple of players that stood out.
Who were a couple of players that you think stood out the most this year?
Janai Rayner-Powell, our senior point guard, he stood out a lot to me this year, being a leader and leading the team as the point guard. Damani Applewhite, which is our leading scorer, our leading rebounder.
In his first year on the court, Jamar Etienne says he learned how to be a better player.
Really, because most teams I play on, you know, the coaches let me kind of just rock out and do what I do. But here, I'm with other players that can do, you know what I'm saying, amazing stuff too. So it's like, all right, I got to share, I got to learn how to, you know what I'm saying, play with other good players in a system. So
the Bulldogs finished 8-26. They have a lot of talent and ambition to get better.
We are one of the teams that nobody want to face because the #1 team, we lost by 1 point, which we was leading in that game. We played a lot of good teams in the conference, and a lot of our losses came by 1 possession or 2 possessions. So I think nobody from top to bottom want to play South Carolina State in the MEAC tournament.
This is Trenton Montgomery reporting.
Spring training is happening now for the SC State football team. This can only mean one thing. Football season is not that far away. You can check out the Bulldogs during the Garnet and Blue spring game on Saturday, April 13th at the Oliver C. Dawson Stadium.
After this break, we are talking mental health. What does it mean to be mentally healthy? We will have answers coming up.
And could standing up be the new sitting down on airplanes? We will explain after the break.
Plus, it's campaign season at SC State. Savon Felder is on campus to tell us more.
We're coming right back. In recent news, Wendy Williams revealed that she is staying in a sober house after a long ongoing battle with drug abuse. But celebrities aren't the only ones dealing with mental health. I spoke with Patricia Middleton in the Counseling and Student Development Center and students on the importance of mental health.
Some mental health problems are caused by anxiety and stress. You know, stress brings on anxiety, which brings on a number of other problems that we have in our life. So we have to find ways to deal with and manage our stress. One of the ways that people deal with stress is they use drugs and alcohol. It's like self-medicating. And particularly on this campus, a lot of students use marijuana, and they say it helps them to release their stress, which they think it does, but actually it doesn't. It can be more harmful.
While some students may use drugs as a scapegoat, others consider it to be unhealthy.
It becomes addictive to a point where that's the only thing that people know. Like, you can't live without having marijuana or either alcohol in your system, and it's very toxic.
Students have their reasons why they don't go to counseling.
In my mind, personally, it's like I don't like people all in my business, and even though they're not gonna say anything. I just feel like why am I telling you? I don't even know you for real.
The reason that we don't go to therapists is because we don't know to go to therapists. I feel like it starts in the home, and a lot of our parents don't go, grandparents don't go, and it's generational. Like,
although drugs are a temporary pain reliever, they are not the answer.
So you have each person is individual is different, so you have to know how what works for you, because what works for you might not work for somebody else. For some people, working out, they work out a lot, they get obsessed with working out, and it works for them. Some people walking, biking. I mean, I do bike in the morning, so that's kind of my stress relief, and I also do yoga. So it's a way to kind of process anxiety out of your body. Yoga is just perfect for that. For some people, it's candles, relaxation breathing. That's a pretty common technique. And sometimes, when students ask, I give them information on breathing techniques. And, so we practice it. And I'm telling you, sometimes if you practice relaxation techniques with breathing, it can make you feel like you had a vacation, like it just moved all the stress out of your body. I know that from personal experience. So the big thing is to manage our stress. If we're able to manage our stress and keep things under control. And I just want to point out too that, all counselors are different. Sometimes you may not have the right personality for a particular counselor, but you just keep until you find the one who fits you.
The Counseling and Student Development Center is open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5, and they offer free services for students.
Let's switch gears a little bit. Spring is now here, and so is campaign season at SC State. Students seek positions in the Royal Court and Student Government Association.
Joining us to talk more about this campus-wide event is Savon Felder. Savon, what can you tell us?
I'm Savon Felder. I'm here at SC State University. It's campaign season here at SC State. This is the time when students run for a position on the Student Government Association, Royal Court, and the Executive Board. Students will vote April 9th via Bulldog Connection. I spoke with Franklin Presley, the coordinator of student activities in the Student Center. And this is what he had to say.
I think this campaign season is going well. I've had over 130 people run for offices, and it teaches students about civic engagement.
Who are you in favor of this season?
I'm in favor of everybody. May the best person win.
What is different about this campaign season from all the other years?
This year I've seen more actual videos, commercial videos, different advertisement, different ideas about campaign events. It's just been real different, and it's exciting.
As you can see, campaign season is a very important election here on the campus of SC State University. This has been Savon Felder with WSCS News.
Thanks for that information, Savon. We have one more story. It's about how one airline wants to experiment with having passengers stand up while riding on a plane instead of sitting down.
An Italian seat manufacturer has come up with a way to allow passengers to have more leg room, but the catch is you'll be standing up for the duration of the flight.
The manufacturer has attempted to design this before, but the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration won't approve it. So they tried again with the Skyrider 2.0. It is said to have more cushion and poles to connect each row from the ceiling to the cabin floor.
Even with this new design, no airline has taken any interest in this innovative seat.
I mean, would you really stand the whole time during a plane flight? I think that's kind of weird.
I'm scared to get on planes already sitting down.
What if it's like a 3-hour flight?
Yeah, I got long legs. I'm gonna be tired. Will there even be seats on the plane? Is there a section for people that want to stand and a section for people that want to sit?
Right.
I have so many questions. I just don't think it's a good idea right now.
Not at all. Well, that's all the time we have now. Thanks for joining us.
More news is online. I'm Lyric Drain.
And I'm Imani Giles. Enjoy the rest of your day.